So it's another Saturday night or whatever the hell night we're recording this on. I can't even keep track anymore. Girl of Butter Radio, Daniel Correa, Scott NDX out in New York City.
It's the last day of September.
Yeah.
It's the last 18 minutes of September.
Yeah, for you, yeah. Future boy. Yeah, man. Freaking hey. Holy crap. September's almost gone. And we are 3 months away from a brand new year. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, especially since I completely wasted this one.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that sometimes. Well, shoot. So, shit, man. Sci-Fi September's been going strong, and shit, I hit my my list. I hit my goal. I know you far exceeded your goal.
Yeah, I just finished another movie, too.
Yeah, crazy son of a bitch. You've done like what? You did like 5 or 6 over the minimum there for the month.
Only 4.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I kind of took this week. I relaxed a little this week, considering I finished last week.
Yeah, basically straight up, man. But yeah, dude. You want us to start like from the top here and kind of go through the whole list just so we run it down again for all 30 plus that we did.
Sure, but you go first.
Okay, let me see if I can find my list again because I just added it in. Okay.
Your list is literally one above my list.
Yeah, I know. You just put one in there, so I was off the page for a quick second, and now I had to go back and find it. All right. So I watched let's see. I watched the Netflix one called Spectral. Let's see. Time Crimes. That was the one that was the one that was in Spanish, and I didn't realize it until I started watching it. Yeah.
Oh, the horror subtitles.
Yes, it was not good. Let's put it that way. I really didn't care for it, but I suffered through it. Watched the classic Mars Attacks. I got the okay approval from our fearless leader over there on horrorsonline.proboards.com, the caveman, that it was okay to watch the Death Note film from Netflix.
See, the only reason why I didn't say yes or no is because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I've not seen it, and I don't plan on seeing it anytime soon, sans Netflix.
Yeah, well, it's also not. Compared to the anime, it's nowhere even close to good. So, it's basically to capture an American audience who may not have ever heard of it. Basically, I think. Anyway, let's see here. Went on a Marvel kick there for a few days in a row. Watched Guardian Galaxy Volume 2, and Doctor Strange.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like Doctor Strange. It's funny how, like, for me, the ones that I never heard about before or never paid much attention to are the ones that are slowly becoming my favorites. I like Guardians.
Ant-Man, right?
Ant-Man, yeah, I love Ant-Man. Guardians, Doctor Strange are becoming some of my favorites here.
Hey, what do you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp so far? Have you heard anything about it?
I saw the suit. I saw what's her name in the suit. I thought that was just that screen cap of it, so I thought that was pretty cool.
You know who's playing Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp?
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. That should be fun.
I am very intrigued by this.
Yeah. No. I'm probably gonna end up going and seeing that in the theaters. No doubt about that one.
Hell, I plan on seeing Thor Ragnarok in theaters.
Yeah. When does that one come out? That's like next month, isn't it?
Couple of about 6 or 7 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, not too long for that one. That's going to be awesome. So I watched the live action Ghost in the Shell. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If you want to watch a good movie about robots, watch the one I just watched today.
Oh yeah. No, I've seen it before, so we'll get to that. For your list there, I watched Gantz Hero. That was the anime that took place inside, like a video game becomes a little real life kind of crap. That
I'll
actually,
tell you this right now. The comic that it's based off of, the first chapter, barely explains that.
yeah. Oh, dude, it was.
So if you read the first manga book, like I have, and have only because that's the only book I own, I got it for like $1. So it was good. It was entertaining. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty sweet. And I recommend if you get a chance to see it. I don't know if it's only on Netflix or if it's elsewhere, but if it is elsewhere, yeah, go find it. Watch Spawn.
It's not. Go bootleg it.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, get fucked.
Thank you, fuck you, bye. Watched Spawn for the first time, which I thought was pretty awesome, gotta say. Yep, Jurassic World. Again,
But I can't wait for the sequel. Plus, what's his name's coming back in it?
Goldblum is? Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. I'm a fan of Chris Pratt. Like, I really am. I think he's a good actor. He seems like he's a good human being too, which is kind of awesome.
He can do little wrong, it seems, right?
Yeah, well, and even to a point, like I've never been I've never watched The Office, but I just see pictures.
He wasn't in The Office.
What I thought it was The Office that he was in. Parks and Rec. Okay, sorry.
And I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
I don't care to see it. I don't plan on going out and seeing it. But damn, he makes a funny movie.
But so whatever the show it is, I've never seen either of those shows. But whatever it is, I see the pictures and the animated GIFs and all that stuff on Facebook, and I just can't help but go, "Oh my god, dude! He looks like he was like a ball of laughs even on those shows as a fat dude."
Just watch the blooper reels of his movies.
Yeah.
They're worth it alone.
Well, shoot, and they left a blooper in Guardians of the Galaxy. He drops the orb, and that actually was a blooper that they left it in, and he just, like, sold it.
Because the good actors keep going with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, Django Unchained. There's a scene where, God, what the fuck is his name? Leonardo DiCaprio character Candy punches the table, and Caprio fucks up his hand and cuts it wide open, and continues with the scene like nothing happened.
Nice.
And that's the cut they used.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. No, I haven't. I'll probably have to watch that for Schwartz in November or something.
DVD December.
Okay. It's not really. Yeah. Well, it's.
I don't know. It's not like a western. It's a Tarantino western.
Okay. So it's not necessarily an action film either. It's more drama.
Yeah, because Tarantino. There's plenty of action and violence in it, but there's also a lot of Tarantino-isms in between.
Okay.
I mean, Hateful Eight's an amazing movie, but I wouldn't watch that for Arnold Schwartz in November.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Is there a Tarantino film you have seen?
I've seen the Kill Bill series.
Okay.
What else have I seen? I'm trying to think. Well, I've seen the Grindhouse, the Planet, the what's it called? Death Proof. Yeah, Death Proof. I was not overly fond of it compared to Planet Terror. When you put them together,
a lot of people say that now. Ignore Planet Terror.
See, I would have to watch it again by itself because I've only watched them together, and so I always associate that.
So, first of all, I only saw Grindhouse for the first time on my birthday. Like, the actual Grindhouse movie. I've seen both films in their separate entities. I never actually watched it as the film Grindhouse.
That blows my mind considering I saw it in the movie theater.
So did I.
Yeah, no, I saw it like the second week it came out. I was like, wait, what?
Well, I don't go to movies that often. That's not the type of person that I am. Even though I love films, if I can't go see it with someone, I don't want to go see it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm a social watcher when it comes to going to the cinema.
I feel you.
But Tomas bought them, and he bought the Blu-ray, so he gave me Death Proof and Planet Terror and I've watched the fuck out of those plenty of times, and I really do love Death Proof. People are always like, talk to you, blah, 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 blah. It's a Tarantino film. What did you expect?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the Tarantino films out there and if I've seen any other ones officially, because there have been ones that I've tried to start.
Okay, fine. Reservoir Dogs.
That's one I've tried to start and never been able to finish.
All right, I demand you watch that for DVD December.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction.
Never seen it.
DVD December. Jackie Brown.
Never seen it.
DVD December. I know you've watched the 2 Kill Bills.
Yeah.
All right, Death Proof you've seen.
Yes.
I demand you watch it again though for DVD December because just Death Proof, not Grindhouse, just Death Proof. And then I also demand you watch Django Unchained and Hateful Eight.
Okay. That's a lot.
If you can find it, watch 4 Rooms, which is an anthology about 4 rooms in a hotel. He wrote the final story in that movie. The final segment was his.
Okay.
And if you can, watch True Romance. He didn't direct it, but he wrote the screenplay for it.
Okay. That's a lot of stuff to remember, but I will try. I will just look up.
Have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
I have seen that one. I believe I have seen that one. I'm trying to remember the story of it.
The Greco brothers. One was played by Tarantino. The other was played by George Clooney. Harvey Keitel. I
vaguely. That might be another one that I've only seen bits and pieces of.
Well, now you have to watch it this month.
Okay.
No, it's about vampires, so it works.
Yeah, I thought it was about vampires, but I was like, maybe, you know what? Maybe I did see that one. Now I'm thinking of it.
Well, you can still watch it this month.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the actual story because it's like
2 criminals.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list here and seeing Selma Hayek and Cheech Marin and Danny Trejo
and a lot pussy. Cheech Marin's great this one.
Yeah, I might have seen this one already. I'm not positive, but yeah, maybe I'll try to grab it again.
It's worth it. It's Robert Rodriguez, the guy who did Planet Terror.
Yeah.
There's a lot of his films out there. Have you ever seen like the El Mariachi series?
No, I have not.
El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Maybe that's one I saw. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, maybe.
Jeez, don't.
Dude.
Look, I understand not watching El Mariachi because subtitles. But you should at least watch Desperado.
Okay. Alright, I got a lot of stuff to watch.
Yes.
Apparently so. Alright, carrying on. Let's see here.
List.
Yeah, I watched Alien and Aliens. And I got sick of...
I'm disappointed that you didn't finish the quadrilogy.
Nope, I did not. I got sick of watching them after 2 of them 2 nights in a row, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll go back. So I watched Universal Soldier. And then
Classic.
And then I watched Demolition Man at your behest after being harassed for 2 weeks.
About fucking time.
Which, it's fucking hilarious. I liked it.
It's a great movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's hilarious. It's a great, like, he looks at this as like, this is utopia to you?
Yeah, well, and the fucking radio station with all the fucking 90s commercial jingles and shit.
90s, right, 50s.
Yeah, or whatever, all the extra stuff. All bunch of old popular stuff.
Popular commercials.
Yeah.
From the 50s. Those.
The ones.
Their
radio stations.
Yeah. Hot dogs. Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat armor? Fuck, man, that'll drive me insane.
Every time I hear that song, I can't help but think of The Simpsons. The whole he thinks he's like, I've got a bomb. Skinner, I think it's Skinner's wearing it, and they're like, wait, those are hot dogs, armor hot dogs. What kind of man wears armor hot dogs? I don't know if you remember that episode.
I remember the joke. I don't remember the episode.
Okay. Let's see. What else did I watch? I watched Inception. which that movie's fucking trippy and fucking long.
It is, but I understand why everyone likes to suck Christopher Nolan's dick over things. I mean, the dude makes interesting movies.
Well, ever since Inception, you see now, like, the folding city crap everywhere. That effect.
But, if it's done right, it's done right. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's done in Doctor Strange. Shit, it was done in a fucking Call of Duty game. Like, there's some weird thing where, like, the buildings are turned sideways in one of the levels. I was like, wait, what? Really? I don't know why. Then I went on a Jurassic Park marathon with my nephew, who I was watching him that day. So I watched Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3 all in one day. Yay. Then I watched Battlefield Earth. Why? I don't know why I watched Battlefield Earth.
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah. Then I watched 1964's The Time Travelers. Again, caveat, I did watch it with the Mystery Science Theater 3000 guys making jokes. So
I'll allow it. I almost threw on Santa Claus Conquers the Martian.
Yeah. Well, I also watched one extra movie to counteract it, just in case. So that's where my last list left off from previous weeks. I watched a movie called iBoy, like I as in like iPod kind of thing. iBoy. It was a British.
I don't give a shit. I want to make one of those.
Yeah. So basically, British film. That Maisie Williams, who was in, I guess she's been in Doctor Who. I think she's been in is she in Game of Thrones as well, I guess? I don't know.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. She's getting to be pretty famous now. She's a young actress. But this guy who has like a crush on her is going to go over to see her, and he kind of walks up and realizes that somebody broke into the house. The brother was beat to shit, and she's basically being raped by a group of people, and then he kind of runs off and gets shot, and then something happens where like the fragments of the bullets in his head allow him to like basically use technology in like through his own mind. It's weird. It's like a trip, and so it's like a whole revenge story of him getting back at the fuckers who raped her.
That sounds stupid.
It wasn't a bad film, but I'm doing a very bad job of explaining it.
Let's hope it's that, not the fact that it was just a stupid fucking movie.
I enjoyed it. I watched
we question your taste.
True, that is very true. I watched Wild Wild West. We
question your taste.
Will Smith. I mean, it's the sci-fi western steampunk shit. It had nothing to do with
the actual show, Wild Wild fucking West.
Yeah. Let's see. I watched The Invasion from 2007 with Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig.
I don't know that one at all.
It kind of seems like it would be like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of film. Some sort of like space virus thing gets into one person's body. They can eventually, when they fall asleep, it becomes active, and and they become like a shell of themselves, and then in turn they can spit the virus through mucus or whatever into somebody else's mouth. They get infected when they fall asleep. It activates and stuff. So it's basically kind of like a takeover invasion kind of thing in that case. And so it's a whole thing of Nicole Kidman trying to escape it with her kid and Daniel Craig and stuff. It's not a bad movie. I actually like that one. I watched one called Kill Command, which is future military going on a training expedition with one extra person in tow who happens to be like part cyborg. But in the process, something goes wrong, and they realize that the training purposes were actually for robotic life forms on the island, not for them. So they were the prey. It's actually pretty cool. So the robots actually learn from what, like, they observe the tactics of the people in the first 15 minutes, and then the next time around they actually sucker the people into the same trap that they'd gotten the little stupid robots in the previous first time. It's a pretty decent film. I liked it. It's kind of hokey, but I liked it. It's from 2016. I watched the one movie I like. You criticized me for all the damn time for it. A Sound of Thunder.
Because it's so bad.
I like the whole time safari idea and all that kind of shit.
It's a good idea, but it's a poorly executed movie.
So,
we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna kill a T-Rex that was about ready to die in tar and lava anyway, so nothing should happen.
Except for somebody steps off the path and kills a butterfly, and then there's the ripple effect.
We just murdered the world. Yay!
Exactly. Let's see. We got AVP.
We just go back in time to punch that guy in the face before he stepped off the platform.
Exactly. Why not? I watched AVP Aliens vs. Predator because I actually kind of like that one, even though it's kind of shitty.
Well, if you watch the unrated version compared to the PG-13 version, it's actually a pretty decent film.
I don't remember. I don't think I watched the unrated. I think I have the regular one on DVD.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. And then, over the course of the last couple of days, I went on a Star Wars binge, at least of the prequels and Rogue One.
Oh, God, it's like you hate yourself 3 out of 4 days of the week.
Well, I made a promise to my nephew a few days ago. He did a drawing. He was doing some drawings, and on one of them, he drew somebody with a sword and another dude with his arm cut off. So I'm like, hey, you do remember, because he's got a Star Wars poster on his door, and I go, hey, you do remember that Anakin Skywalker got his arm cut off? So in that, he goes, wait, he did? And I go, okay, you're going to watch that with me. So I turned on episode...
It was really good. They cut off his fucking arm in the first movie.
As a little child.
Yeah.
Yippee! Ow! My arm.
Exactly. He doesn't even get cut off like a fucking lightsaber or anything. He's just like, woohoo! I did it! Oh my god, my arm! I want my body.
Yeah. And shoot, you know what is funny? I mean, I know that you're not fond of the prequels, but I still can't think how brutal it was at the very beginning of episode 3 when he cuts off both of Dooku's arms, and Dooku's just sitting there, and you hear Palpatine right behind him going, do it! Kill him! We can't keep him... And it just double freaking lightsaber slashes his fucking head off. I'm like, dude...
I was looking at Dapper like, you fucking shitting me, dude?
I was like, damn, man, that was... And it was supposed to... Palpatine was still, at that time, not officially, out of the closet as the evil guy yet.
Or just out of the closet,
yeah,
to be honest.
So, I was just like, damn, man, that was crazy. So... And I really, honestly, Rogue One is now becoming one of my favorites.
I love the film. It's still just way too much Tarkin is creepy sometimes.
Yeah, I like it.
Needs more Krennic, needs less guy who thinks he's Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing's only been dead 20 fucking years.
Yeah, no, it is
he looked good for a corpse.
It is a little
they used
weird.
Some great formaldehyde on him.
Yeah, and you know it's funny. I was having a conversation with Aaron Kendrick, who's working right now at the moment. He and I were talking about two things in particular. One, how the pacing of Rogue One and the pacing of the original trilogy is slightly off, especially when you look at from the very end when Darth Vader goes apeshit crazy on those guys trying to get the disc so they can't have the Death Star plans and how to blow it up, to the first time when he gets there, he's pissed off. He's obviously pissed off but it's like he's all of a sudden goes from completely apeshit to compose, and even the lightsaber battles, it's not, the lightsaber battles were super slow and methodical compared to,
honestly, it's because technology.
yeah.
The only reason why. Look, one of the reasons why the lightsaber duels were so over the top intense in the prequels is because George Lucas finally said, we have the technology to finally do what I really want to do, which is make sure no one can tell what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. I think Rogue One found the perfect balance.
Yeah.
What we really wanted, where, oh shit, he moves really well. Oh my god, he just bored that dude in half.
Yeah, and also the other thing that I noticed that I honestly shockingly didn't notice before, or didn't at least think about it at this point in time, at the end of episode 3, when the twins they're trying to decide the fate of the twins, so Senator Organa takes Leia. They're going to give Luke to Obi-Wan to give to the Larses. Yoda pulls Obi-Wan back to say, hey, while you're there, it's almost like he has more training for him. And he basically is telling him, I'm going to teach you almost how to communicate with those who have passed on. And he goes, and all of a sudden he's like, Qui-Gon, like the whole deal, like to a point where, like, he's going to teach him like the whole Force Ghost thing. And talking with Aaron, I find it funny because if Yoda knows how to do it and Obi-Wan knows how to do it, we never see Luke learn that on screen. Yet at the end of Return of the Jedi, he's able to see Anakin. And again, Anakin's one who possibly didn't even learn that either. But so he gets to see Obi-Wan and Yoda and Anakin at the end. But again, never did he actually learn it that we saw on screen, or even mentioned it before, I don't think.
Okay, and
I'm just wondering if that's one of those things where they slip it in there as something that needed to be learned in order for someone to come back as a Force ghost, or needed to be learned in order to be able to see a Force ghost or something like. I don't know. It was kind of.
Maybe you just have to reach a certain level of your Jedi training. I mean, shit, we don't know what happened between Empire and Return.
True.
Like, remember, at the beginning of Return, all of a sudden, Luke's a Jedi Master.
True.
Granted, if the books were still canon, we'd know some of that shit in Shadows of the Empire, but fuck you, Disney.
Interesting. So, all right. Well, that's the end of my list. Then I just figured I'd bring that up since we were talking about it.
Star Wars for a moment. Let's just all assume that Rey is Luke's daughter.
Okay.
All right, which most likely is what's going to happen. I think it's already been spoiled anyway with toys and shit. So Rey is Luke's daughter. Who's Madre?
The only thing is from canon, previous canon would have been Mara Jade.
Yes.
But we have not seen her at all or heard any mention of her in the movie lore.
Now, let's say that this is, 25, 30 years after Empire Strikes Back? Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All that shit that wasn't canon could still be remade as canon without really trying, just by saying, oh yeah, she's my wife, she's dead now.
True.
I'm just saying.
Well, part of me's wondering how they're going to do that, only because wasn't Mara Jade an assassin sent by Palpatine to try to kill Luke? So they may have to have a flashback or something to in between Jedi and Empire.
They can always I remember what they used to do back in the day, back in the mid to late 90s. There was a company called Decipher. Now they were known for making card games, and one of them was the infamous Star Wars CCG. And they did what was a set called the Expanded Universe. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And what they had in the set was like characters that were from the books that were made into characters for the game. So they got actors to fill in some of these roles. One of them was Grand Admiral Thrawn, which was so many people's favorite character for a while. I kind of regret now. I bought a Darth Vader figure finally recently. The new Black Series figure, the number 47.
Okay.
Not number 1 or 2, so I couldn't find the original, but I got the new one. I like it. Only cost me $20. Kind of regret not buying the Grand Admiral Thrawn that they had there. He wasn't blue enough, in my opinion, because the version I know of him as being pretty blue. But still looked pretty good overall, because while everyone was very annoyed that, the expanded universe then became the Legend Universe and no longer canon, Star Wars Rebels said, no.
Yeah, we're bringing them back.
Yes, and you have to appreciate that they're at least listening to the fans in some fashion. That they sit there and going, people are kind of ticked, especially with this dude. Let's bring the blue dude back in the show.
All right, I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to copy and paste his official full name in the chat, and I want you to try to pronounce it.
Mithra Nurodo.
You're better than I thought. I saw that and I was like, what in the fuck is that? That's pretty darn close to it, I think.
Don't ask me to try and say that again, though.
That's hella funny. He is a Chiss, is the species, apparently. I'm looking on Wiki.
He's blue. He originally had red eyes. Apparently they changed that for the new stuff, though.
Yeah.
He originally debuted in the 1991 book series by Timothy Zahn, which I think took place 8 years after Return of the Jedi. The idea for Mara Jade was she was assassin. She was one of Emperor Palpatine's Force-sensitive concubines, who he then sent after Luke, where even though the Emperor was dead, she was still hunting him down over time.
Yeah.
And eventually they somehow found a way to bump uglies and have a kid.
Yeah, probably. I want to say it was something to a point where, like, Luke, I don't know, somehow was able to convince her that she was being used or some shit.
I think they were forced to work together or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. But, yeah, man. Dude, there's so much stuff that they could do, and okay, since we're on it right now, before we get to your list here, if you had to, if they were going to film a origin story film, who would you want to see out of Boba Fett, Darth Maul, or Qui-Gon Jinn?
Repeat that? What?
Okay, if they did, because they're doing a Han Solo Origins type film, yes?
Yes, of course.
If you had the choice between Darth Maul, Boba Fett, or Qui-Gon Jinn, which of the three would you want to see?
I'd probably pick Boba Fett only because I'm a fanboy. Now, Darth Maul's story has been elaborated several times because apparently getting cut in half didn't kill him, just turned him into a giant spider droid thing in Clone Wars, and then he had regular legs in Rebels until Obi-Wan Kenobi killed him.
Okay.
Or Ezra Bridger killed him while Obi-Wan Kenobi did commentary or something. He died on Tatooine by the hands of a Jedi.
Okay.
There's a lot of Darth Maul story out there. They're actually writing a comic book for Darth Maul right now. Some sort of Tales of Woes more. Because the Dark Horse comics are completely out of canon. They're part of the Legacy series, so they're now putting out books that covers all of them. It's just that they're meaningless.
No, yeah.
And, since Marvel got the rights back to Star Wars, they've started their own canon stories that work for within the continuity of the stories. But blah, blah, blah,
Okay. Yeah, I Boba Fett would be cool. I honestly, for me, it would be between Boba Fett and Darth Maul, only because we didn't get to see too much of him on screen, and not many people watch. I mean, me personally, I don't watch Rebels very often at all.
I almost bought the first 2 seasons a couple of days ago, thinking that, the DVDs are on sale $5 cheaper. Maybe the Blu-rays will be on sale $5.
Yeah. So, but no, the Qui-Gon one, I can only imagine is very. I mean, it could be fairly predictable. I mean, if he came up the same way like a normal youngling would, it's kind of boring.
I don't care enough about Qui-Gon to care about a movie for Qui-Gon Jinn. At least, with a bounty hunter story, I'd like to see a post-Sarlacc pit story, because we all know Boba Fett survives.
True.
Well, at least in the novelizations of the former stories of the pre-expanded universe. But I don't know what the fuck to call it. It's just, there was a bounty hunter trilogy that took place right after Return of the Jedi, and 2.5 years later, technically, was the story. And it involved Dengar and Boba Fett. Boba Fett blowing the Sarlacc pit up with the giant missile on his backpack, and then crawling the fuck out so he doesn't digest for 1,000 years, even though he had a conversation with a dude that was in there or some shit like that. I don't know. All I know is that shit happened.
Now,
and I think I was actually having a conversation with the fucking Sarlacc pit. I think the thing was telepathic when you're in it.
Interesting. Now,
also, the Sarlacc pit doesn't have a beak. Ignore the special editions.
Now, what was the game that was on the N64? Shadows of the Empire? Was that it?
Probably. I mean, that was a great friggin' story, too. Prince Shizor,
wasn't Dash something? Dash
Rendar.
Yeah, okay.
And the Outlier was his ship. The Outlier was his ship. I was, writing a story before I finished reading that. I was, writing a story Dash Rendar's in it. Then I got to the end of Shadows of the Empire, and he's fucking dead.
Damn.
Well, that story's completely moot now.
Yeah, because that's one that would be kind of a fun one to do now that they've already done Rogue One, maybe even. Is a take on that.
I don't want them to go and keep doing, prequels and in-between-quels and shit like that. You have a whole expanded universe you can work with. You can do other things.
Yeah. Heck, man.
You can do something with Boba Fett, because Boba Fett's literally a dude in the helmet. Shit. You can do a Darth Vader story, because you don't need the guy, David Prowse, in the outfit to play the old Darth Vader. You don't need Hayden Christensen, because fuck that dude, he should be shot in outer space without a helmet. You just need James Earl Jones to do the voice. That's it. Anyone can be the guy in the suit.
True. Very true.
No, you do a fucking Chewbacca movie.
That wouldn't be a bad one. That actually would.
Probably get how Chewie met Han and shit like that. How Chewie owes Han a life debt.
True, yeah. Or, I mean, if you really wanted to go out there, I mean, I don't know. I mean, shit. That'd be funny, even Jabba the Hutt, even something simple as that. It may be boring, I don't know, to see something like that, or even just little story.
I don't want to see it only because he's not going to be a puppet.
That is true.
He's going to walk around.
Can we get...
Slug around. I wouldn't mind seeing, an anthology film of just, 4 or 5 short stories. Some of the best novels that they came up with were Tales of the Cantina and shit like that.
Yeah,
that's just 15 short stories of random Cantina random Cantina characters. I think one of the Jawas was named Darth Jawa, which is a pretty well-known Jawa in the Star Wars universe, and I think he gets blown the fuck up by stormtroopers because he finds a pistol and he starts threatening the stormtroopers to shoot them, and he fires, but the fucking thing doesn't work, and the stormtroopers look at him and go,
Yeah, well, or even to a point like, how about, I mean, you talk about like the canteen thing. Why don't you could do a film of, or not necessarily a film, but short that, like, it could be a Netflix series or whatever the hell you want to do, like just Tales of Tatooine, because you have stuff that happens with the pod racing. You have stories of the bounty hunter that you see for a half a second in freaking episode 1, Aurora Singh, I think was her name. The bounty hunter, I don't know if you remember in the pod race scene. You see this one chick kind of standing there.
Oh, yeah, pointlessly.
Yeah, and everybody was... It's funny, because she's a bounty hunter, and everybody knew who the fuck she was. And I'm like, what? And she's in it for like 2 seconds. So a story you can do...
Well, they create lore for every fucking sub-character. Yeah. Although, let's say we are doing the Han Solo prequel film. That's a thing. Ron Howard's fucking directing of all people.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm kind of interested in that.
I wonder who Clint's gonna be in that film.
I don't care.
He's in every single movie his brother does.
Clint needs to be fucking Greedo.
Can we make him what's his name? Somehow, some way, make him Jabba's fucking right hand there.
Delicious Crumb.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking that one, but that's pretty fucking funny. I was thinking, what is it? Bib Fortuna?
Bib Fortuna, yeah.
Make him the precursor, and he gets killed by Jabba, and then he brings in Bib Fortuna.
You know, in the books, you know what happened to Bib Fortuna? After the whole thing happened with Jabba the Hutt, Bib Fortuna tries to escape. He gets critically injured, and his brain is removed and put into a jar that is run by that is connected to a droid called a Obar monk. And yes, there was actually one in the film, apparently, just some tiny, like, spider-looking droid with a bowl underneath it. Apparently, those are all monks who removed their brains from their bodies as part of their spiritual release.
Dude, that's kind of cool.
Dude, I mean, the shit that I've read.
That's kind of cool, I gotta say.
And that became Bib Fortuna's end results.
I want to see a Rancor monster in the wild.
Yeah, well, how do you capture one?
I don't know, but I want to see where the hell they live.
How do you find a Rancor in the wild? Where are they from? I'm sure they're from somewhere. If you Google it, you'll find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look now. I'm interested. That's hella funny. Yeah, dude, it's just so funny to think.
There's a lot of potential for some really cool, fun stuff to be had.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of hoping that, you know, the idea is where Han got the vest was he stole it from Greedo in a game. That's why Greedo was so pissed at him. You know, and why Greedo would just outright shoot him if he had the chance, but Han was, you know, more violent than Greedo.
Okay.
So
there is canon for the Rancor, according to Wikipedia, whatever. Rancors, large semi-sentient reptilian carnivores native to the planet Dathomir.
Oh! That's a well-known planet within the Star Wars universe.
So, some Dathomir is one of them. Also, too...
Yeah, I got a couple of cards with Dathomir on it.
It says about 5 meters tall, long arms, immense jaws, and armored hides, could withstand blaster fire. They were formidable predators. A subspecies known as Jungle Rancor populated the planets Felucia and Teth.
I think I've heard of Teth.
So, let's see. So, Dathomir... Going to the canon, remote neutral planet in Quelly Sector, home of the Night Sisters. Those are also known as the Dathomir Witches.
Yeah, okay, they're very well known in the Clone Wars.
Felucia.
Clone Wars. Those are Clone Wars characters. You're going to see Ahsoka Tano is apparently a member of the Night Sisters.
Okay, Felucia, colorful humid jungle planet, and part of the Outer Rim territories along the Perlemian trade route. Also a major battleground through the Clone Wars. And Teth is... let's see. Teth, another jungle planet located deep within the Hutt-controlled portion of wild space. At one point in time, it was also inhabited by the Ba'omar Order. Again, but by the time the Clone Wars, the castles were abandoned and would be converted into Hutt strongholds. So there goes your monks.
Hey, they were still around at some point. See, I remember that shit. How sad is that?
That's pretty awesome, dude, that you remember that stuff.
So, God, I was going to say something just now, and I completely lost track of it.
Clone War stuff?
No, I don't remember. I really don't. Shit.
Oh, well.
This is starting to hurt my brain. I'm really pissed now.
It's okay. You want to run down your list?
Yeah.
It's a pretty long list.
Yeah. Damn, this is really annoying me now, though. I have, like, something really poignant Star Wars-wise, or at least some sort of weird knowledge that I still retain for some reason, and now it's completely gone. I'll probably never remember it again.
That's okay.
Okay, so, for September, I killed 34 movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 of them being films that I own but haven't watched yet.
DVD December.
Yeah, that actually really comes in handy. Let me just tell you, man, that saved a whole bunch of. Oh no, I still have a pile of films I didn't get to watch, which kind of sucks. No, you know, I didn't watch The Plan 9 from Outer Space Rift Tracks. Didn't watch Dark City. Didn't watch Barbarella. Didn't watch Soylent Green, which I've been wanting to watch. Didn't watch Return of the Living Dead with the original soundtrack, but hey, that's good for Halloween too.
Yeah, that works.
Didn't get to watch Slipstream or Forbidden Planet or Looper or Iron Giant Signature Edition or Highlander, which I've never even seen. Akira, King Kong, Shin Godzilla, or Wizards by Ralph Bakshi. Yeah, him.
So what did you watch?
Oh, shit, yeah. Well, like you, I watched Demolition Man because I feel that is mandatory sci-fi viewing because Demolition Man. I
liked it. You can't deny that one.
It's just, it's Stallone at his best. It's Wesley Snipes before Blade, so he's still pretty human. Yeah. Sandra Bullock being hot. I mean, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. Yep.
Benjamin Bratt was in it. That bald dude who does a whole bunch of shit, who's just a great actor in general.
Rob Schneider's in it for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's too long of a cup of coffee. But nonetheless, it is a good film. And the guy that played Morpho in Beetlejuice.
Cricket. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen Beetlejuice.
The friend with the stupid wisp of... Never mind. Don't worry. The fat guy. Oh, and Dennis Leary. Can't forget Dennis Leary.
Oh, yeah, duh.
And Jesse Ventura.
Where did I miss Jesse Ventura in that? Why am I not thinking? Why can't I remember?
Dude, he was one of the fucking hooligans. He was the bald one with the mustache because, Jesse Ventura.
I don't know. I can't remember half the shit.
How did you miss the body? How did you miss the mind?
I might have seen it and I just forgot. I saw we.
Oh my god. I feel sad. Alright, then I watched 1990, The Bronx Warriors, and then I followed that up with Escape from the Bronx, which is the sequel to it, vaguely. I watched Contact, because that is a fantastic movie, even though it's 2.5 hours long. It does not feel like it, which is very strange. Plus, Jake Busey makes himself go kablooey.
Kablooey.
Masters of the Universe, because I have the DVD.
And the power.
I pay for that, but yes, I do have it. Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. The first one's a classic. The second one was a little Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because, yeah.
Why not?
Steel Dawn, to continue with my post-apocalyptic war world type things. Europa Report, which, even for a found footage film, was really fucking interesting. Because space freaked me out, and the idea of aliens on the moon of Europa, that close, just... No es bueno, no me gusta.
Okay.
Then I watched Spaceballs, one of the greatest spoofs ever, and I watched one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's greatest films ever, probably number 2 or number 3 in the top 3, because, well, honestly, the top 3 is just going to fluctuate. Okay, the top 3 are completely tied. That's it. They're just completely tied. Total Recall! Have you watched Total Recall?
I have seen Total Recall.
Oh, good. What have you thought?
He's like, God damn it, I will shoot you.
It's like, I don't have to fly to California to kick you in the balls. Thank God. I don't have that kind of time.
I think it's like, what? I think you have about like 17 trips out here, so.
Oh my God. I think I'm just going to spend a month there and kick you in the balls every other day.
Good Lord.
Yeah, at least I'm not kicking you every day.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I try. What have you thought of Total Recall?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but the whole idea of I don't know, it's a setup, it's like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm trying to vaguely remember.
I don't know what movie we're talking about.
Total Recall, Get Your Ass to Mars, that one, right?
That's about all you know.
Yeah, thank you, Arno Core.
That's like saying, hey man, I love Predator, get to the chopper. You one ugly motherfucker.
I just like the visual of his eyeballs popping out.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty entertaining. I mean, it was pretty well done, though. I mean, the pulling off the woman's head, coming off like that, and it being explosive.
Boom.
So, for those who haven't watched, Arnold Schwarzenegger had his mind manipulated before he even went to Total Recall to have a fake trip put in. He's really a operative who is not an operative, but really an operative. It's a triple play thing going on. A lot of craziness, a lot of death, a lot of blood parts.
Plus, that's the one with what's it called? Total Recall is the one with the three tit lady, right?
Yes,
of course.
That's exactly what people remember.
Yes.
Not the, hey, Benny, screw you, all that good shit. That's a very quotable movie. Then I watched more post-apocalyptic schlock with the New Barbarians. I guess more post-apocalyptic schlock with Johnny Mnemonic, sort of. It's a different type of post-apocalypse. Technological apocalypse.
It's a good movie.
Of, the internet apocalypse. Then I watched Fortress, which is, post-apocalyptic as well. What the fuck, man?
You just, are waiting for something bad to happen because you're, watching all these survival movies.
Let me just tell you, all these post-apocalyptic, dystopian future films take place now!
Officially, yes.
Okay? New Barbarians, I think, was 2019. Fortress was 2017. Okay? I'm going to skip for a second and just be like, The Running Man was 2017, I think. Just like, what the fuck? Steel Dawn was like 2019. Like, oh my god. Do they know something we don't?
We're living through the apocalypse right now.
Oh, God. I have a feeling that these movies were made and they're now going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Idiocracy, man.
Look who's got his finger on the button.
Yeah, could be.
Unfortunately, sending a tweet might as well just be pressing the fucking, football button. Beep. Someone's going to go, I don't like that. That's not a safe space. I'm going to nuke them.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Starship Troopers and followed Fortress because that is a classic Paul Verhoeven film. I could have watched a few of his films. Actually, I did watch 2 of his films.
Yeah, I love
Total Recall.
White.
It's a Paul Verhoeven film too.
Yeah, white guy Casper Van Dien playing Johnny Rico from Argentina.
Okay, let's be honest though. Not Argentina. First of all, it's Brazil.
Oh, Buenos Aires. No, yeah, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
You sure? I thought it was Brazil.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Buenos Aires. Yeah.
No, okay, whatever, fine. Okay, Argentina. Let's be honest. A lot of that area is getting pretty just mixed in general.
Now, okay, I gotta ask, because if they're all in the same area, it's gotta be really mixed, because freaking Doogie Howser, what's his fucking name? The actor's name, was at the same school.
Yes. Well, first of all, the idea of the film was that they've conquered racism, so everyone's just one little hodgepodge out of people. Okay? Let's be honest, 95% of the cast was white.
Yeah.
Okay? Was there a black guy?
Yeah, there was. There was a black.
He was a Latin dude, though. He's really Latin.
No, there was. Maybe was he? I thought he was more. Maybe he could have been Caribbean or Puerto Rican, dark, very dark.
He's like Bernie Williams Latino, though. Okay.
Okay.
Baseball fans and New Yorkers will get that joke.
Okay. I apparently don't.
Dude, look up Bernie Williams.
I know I know who he is.
Yeah, but his at least one of his parents was Latino.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Bernie Williams.
If I recall correctly.
Let's see. Bernie Williams. Wikipedia. Oh, wow. He actually doesn't go by his full name. Yeah. Shit, he's Portuguese, dude. He's like Brazilian or something. He's got his real full name. Bernabe Williams Figueroa Jr. He's Puerto Rican officially, but he's got a he's got a freaking Portuguese last name. It's almost Puerto, at least anyway. At least sounds like it's Portuguese.
I mean, we all know it was Bernie Williams, but I knew he was a Latin ball player. He doesn't look like it though, does he?
No, not at all.
Yeah, he looks like a dude though, just like that's a black gentleman from the Bronx or Queens or Manhattan. That's one of my neighbors. I'm serious. That looks similar to one of my neighbors. Seriously,
dude, seeing stuff like finding stuff out like this, it just makes me want to know like how much we're mixed now. Like seriously,
I actually really want to do one of those genealogy kits, and I want to see: am I really a German, Italian, Russian, or am I something completely fucked up?
In all honesty, dude, you probably are. Well, we know you're fucked up, but that's a different story. But no, I'm kidding.
Thank you.
But
not wrong.
But no, man, it's one of those situations where I like the idea of being like. I think a lot of this stuff, a lot of the issues that we have, is people identify as one thing over the other, and instead of embracing their whole heritage.
Well, like I've said, I've always been the first one to say, look, I'm a German, Italian, Russian Jew. I'm a World War II statistic.
Yeah.
So, that's just who I am. I've never once said, oh yeah, I'm Russian. You know? First of all, I'm like none of those. I'm just plain white. I'm country white bread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slightly buttery. I'm plain.
See, people call me say that I'm white all the time, and I'm like, I'm Portuguese. Technically, that's Hispanic because of the whole.
Dude, well, first of all, if you're Porky and I'm the kike,
That old thing again, man.
that's never gonna go away until we get that shit done.
I know, oh, goodness. But yeah, man. I mean, Portuguese. I mean, was always Hispanic up until really, and I mean, getting into the 80s is really when they started saying, nah, Portuguese is white, but if you're from Spain, you're still Hispanic. It's like, whatever. That makes no sense to me. But I mean,
Wouldn't Portuguese, like, if they did you're Hispanic or not Hispanic, would you just mark off Hispanic?
Yeah, I can. I technically can, because if you look at like on my, I've done the genealogy thing. It'll say, it doesn't say European, like, or Western European. It says Hispaniola, and it shows on the map Portugal, Spain, and so it's like, okay, so technically I'm Hispanic based on that. And then I have Central Eastern European, I have British, I have North African. So I mean, yeah, predominantly, again, Hispanic. I think it was like 60% or so the Hispanic Portuguese, and then everything else is a hodgepodge. So the other 40% of me is a hodgepodge. So I just say I'm a mutt. Like, I'm predominantly Portuguese, but I'm a mutt. So I just
do. I'm a German, Italian, Russian Jew. I'm a World War II statistic, and I call it a day.
That's fine.
I get a chuckle, and I feel good.
Well, it's kind of nice to find something out about Bernie Williams, because I had no idea he was Puerto Rican.
Really? That was a huge thing, during, I think this is what, Spanish History Month right now?
I think so.
They made a big deal about that all the time. He's very proud of his heritage.
I wonder if maybe, I wonder, because I know WWE has been doing, well, it's September, so that's probably not going to be any more that we see on there, but they were doing, like, Julio Cesar Chavez, or whatever wasn't that Julio Chavez, or whatever, the boxer? They were talking about it they did a little video vignette on him. I don't know. And then the regular Cesar Chavez is important here in California to migrant workers and stuff. So, all right, carry on with your list. Where do we leave off?
Oh, okay.
Starship Troopers.
After Starship Troopers, I marathoned the crap out of Planet of the Apes, which my coworker May said those shouldn't count. I'm like, why? They're 5 separate movies. That's literally the noise she made.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. They count.
That's like what? What if I watched all the Star Wars films? They wouldn't count. She went. I'm like, I'm not talking to you anymore about this. Let us discuss other things.
Yeah, that's why, like, even previous years when I watched Harry Potter, if you have Deathly Hallows and Deathly Hallows Part 2, I'm counting those as 2 movies because they're 2 separate release dates.
They're 2 separate movies, technically.
Yeah, exactly.
Still stupid, but they're 2 separate movies, technically, as I say while I yawn completely.
That's okay.
So I watched Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And I greatly enjoyed them. After that was Weird Science, because John Hughes.
Weird Science.
Then I needed something I could kind of just zone out to and enjoy, and I watched Hancock, because Will Smith actually still being entertaining. It's very rare.
I have only seen that movie one time, and it was like on TBS, and all I know is that they probably censored some of the parts and cut it to hell because it looked like some of the jokes were not what they were supposed to be.
And there's a lot of use of the term asshole.
Okay.
Call me an asshole one more time. Type thing.
Okay.
I watched Blade Runner, The Final Cut. which is the only version I've actually ever seen. I might watch the different versions later on, in anticipation for Blade Runner 2049.
Comes out.
Dave Bautista.
Comes out when?
Some schmuck named Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford or something.
When does it come out?
Either this week or next week.
Cool.
And by that, I mean it's already Sunday, so this week or next week.
Future boy.
Yes. Then I watched one movie I shall never watch again, DEFCON 4. But I got to make that up with an equally bad movie, Hell Comes to Frogtown, but that was so bad it was good.
Roddy Piper.
Oh god, he was so bad in that. That was, And yet, I plan on watching it again very soon, because it was so bad, it was so entertaining, though.
Okay.
Then I had to watch Terminator Genesis, because I really need to see that again. And then while I was watching it, I found out news had apparently spread earlier that day that there will be a new Terminator film. It'll both ignore Genesis and Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a direct sequel to Terminator 2?
Judgment Day,
yeah.
Yes. And all my brain goes, you had two perfectly good sequels to that movie already. Two! Why?
Yeah, Terminator 3 was garbage.
Fuck you!
I really didn't like Terminator 3.
Fuck you! Did I mention fuck you? Because fuck you!
Okay, I get the picture.
Okay, I technically ended the month about a week ago with Chopping Mall. Yes, Chopping Mall is a horror, but it's also a sci-fi based horror because robots run amok in a mall.
Nice.
If you've never seen Chopping Mall, do yourself a favor and watch it. It is pure 1980s schlock horror, and it is so bad. It's so good.
Okay, I maybe have to put that on the list 10 for 31 Nights of Halloween.
I think you should. I don't think you will regret it. It is a very entertaining film. It's very 1980s. It is exactly up my alley. Then I watched another 80s film. Again, one of the top 3 Arnie films of all time, The Running Man.
Drop dead! I don't do requests.
Oh, man, it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
I'm still pissed, though, the Toru Tanaka, Professor Sub-Zero, when he dies. Here's your Sub-Zero! Now, a complete zero, a total zero. It should have been like an absolute zero.
Yeah.
Which would have been funny and topical.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
How about just plain zero was the quote.
Yeah.
Like, you had the chance. You could have done your first ice bud, but no, you had to waste them all in fucking Batman Robin.
See, now, the one thing that boggles my mind is when whatever the fuck her name is goes with Weiss into the thing and he gives her all the random fucking numbers for the uplink code. How in God's fucking name did she remember those like fucking 12 numbers for like an hour and a half?
Maybe because she knows how to write and read sheet music, she remembers shit like that.
I don't know. I'm like sitting there thinking about it and I'm like,
maybe she wrote that shit on the palm of her hand or like on her tit inside her, spandex uniform.
I was just like thinking to myself,
Adidas.
How in the hell do you remember that shit for the uplink code?
Maybe she does what I do, and like someone gives you a series of numbers, you just say them over and over again without anything, just like in the back of your mind.
Oh God, we'd be screwed. I'd be dead.
Oh fuck yeah, I wouldn't even try. It's like, oh God, just don't let me the chainsaw.
Hey, what happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split. Dude, the puns on that were freaking cool.
The one-liners are so great, man. Arnie's films are always great for one-liners.
Yeah, freaking Captain Freedom.
Oh man, again,
Jesse
Ventura.
Jesse and him were good buddies, man. Jesse and him were in a lot.
Apparently him and Stallone too. Jesse Ventura got around in these films back then.
Part of me wonders if they didn't just do it just to like piss the other one off. Be like, hey, he put Jesse Ventura in one movie. I'm gonna put him in my movie. Oh, he put him in another movie. Oh, back and forth.
Oh man, Ventura was good at getting bit parts, and then he did Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe.
Yeah, Running Man's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films.
That's why it's part of his top 3. It's just one of his best films, man. And plus, the guy that played Killian, the actual host of
Family
Feud.
Yeah, Richard Dawson.
God, he was so good in that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think anyone else would have been able to hold up except for maybe Bobby Heenan.
I think the next kill is going to be made by Ben Richards. He's one bad motherfucker. Fucking little old woman swearing.
That's the joke.
That was great, dude.
Such a good film. I could watch that film all the time and not be bored.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Then, a couple of days ago, I bought far too many movies at CEX because Self-Control, what's that?
Nice.
Yeah, and one of them was Real Steel, so I decided to watch that.
Oh, that's fun.
On Thursday into Friday, because my sleep schedule is completely fucked over right now.
You skipped over Dread. I seen Dread on the list.
Oh shit! Yes, sorry. Number 32, Dread, because I can watch that every day and not be bored. My God, that is such a good film. Where's my sequel?
Yes.
You know, the idea would have been if they made it to a trilogy like Alex Garland wanted to. In the third film, he would have brought Judge Death from the alternate reality into it.
Ooh.
Yes, and I'm so pissed that didn't happen. God, that movie was so fucking good. Have you seen it?
I've seen Dread, yes.
What did you think?
I liked it. I'd only seen the original one time previously, so I really didn't remember too much of the story, but the whole basically them being suckered into the fucking building and yeah, and him training her was on
the job.
Yeah, and so basically she can't fuck up like one time or she's fucking out.
And she kept fucking up, but in the end, she became a badass.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in the whole film was after they used the machine guns to completely destroy the floor. The Dread comes out of the shadows with her fucking henchman, her number 2, and literally throws him from the floor. And just throws him over the balcony and just walks away like nothing fucking happened. No shit given, dude. I honestly walked into that movie with low expectations. Not because I expected it to fail. It's just like, I don't know, man. It looks great on paper. I just hope it works. 5 minutes into the film, after the scene where he goes, yeah, you heard me, hot shot, and then shoots the guy with the hot shot, and the guy's head just turns into a fucking Ghost Rider. I looked at Tomas, and I said, is this on Blu-ray yet?
Nice.
This was a day one purchase for me.
Nice.
Absolute day one purchase. I regret nothing when it comes to see. I saw this movie. I was one of the $6 million this movie made that opening weekend worldwide. Oh, that is so sad. At least it became a cult phenomenon, through DVDs. That's at least something I can say.
Yeah. And then the last one you watched today, right before coming on air.
Well, I want to finish the Real Steel thing. So I've watched some movies. I can tell you what I got in a bit. I did watch one of them, Real Steel. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the movie.
Yeah. With Wolverine without the damn claws, punching people.
It was fun. It's a fun movie. It's very 1980s. I say that very lovingly.
Even though it came out in the 20-teens or 2010s.
It did, but it really felt very 1980s in the way the story was produced. It was just a very high-tech version of an 80s film. You know? So, fuck it. It worked. I enjoyed it, and I will watch it again. Probably multiple times before the end of the year, because robots fighting each other and Hugh Jackman. And the Wasp.
Okay.
Oh, and I, before the show, watched Ex Machina, which was beautiful. That is a beautiful movie.
I love that movie. It's a good one. It's a mind fuck. It kind of is.
The way she leaves him at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, thank you for all your help. I'm out.
Yep, and now nobody will ever know that I am not a real person.
Yeah, it's just... That's scary.
Yeah, shoot, just and I don't know why in the hell a teacher had me show that in a class, but then I looked at.
There's a lot of nakedness at some points in that film.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked. But then at one point in time, I look around the room and I go, "All right, do anybody want to be paranoid right now? Because who around you do you think could be one of those people like trying to start shit with the kids?"
Just look at him go. So which one of you is the robot?
Yeah, and then we're gonna go battle royale style on each other or some shit. That's funny. Oh, I have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
So earlier we mentioned I don't know, did we? I can't remember all of a sudden if we mentioned it on the air, if we mentioned it before we went on air or not. But the whole idea of Corey Graves. Did we see that? Corey Graves' Twitter about his son ran to second base and danced like Enzo Amore. He failed as a father.
No.
Okay, maybe I was thinking that's of a conversation I had previously with Aaron then. Well, yeah, Corey Graves posted that on his Twitter, so he was like pissed off that his kid was doing that. Well, breaking news, Enzo responded to it and said, "Nah, you didn't fail as a father. You failed as a wrestler. That's why they dressed you up in a suit and tie and told you to sit down. How you doing?"
Ow!
Holy shit, man. It's getting real.
Shots fired.
God.
Oh my god. Like, that's not shooting like a pistol or anything. This dude loaded a cannon with as much silverware as he fucking could.
God damn, man. That was crazy. Holy hell, man. That's a big time burn. So, oh man. That's pretty bad. So, nah, but yeah, wrestling's going good. Have you caught up on Lucha Underground yet?
What do you think I'm gonna say?
No.
I did.
You did catch up?
Yes, I saw the Hell is War or War is Hell match. I don't know what the hell.
The hell of War, yeah. The 3 stages of hell, essentially.
What the fuck did I just watch?
Oh my god, dude! They're like, that's one of those things. So can we get the WWE fans from 2 weeks ago when they were in Oakland to come and watch this Lucha Underground match and start chanting "That's too far"? Because this one pushed the freaking limit, man. That was disturbing in some parts.
Oh man, I loved it.
It was.
I kind of sat. That last 10 minutes of the match, my mouth was just like hanging open in shock and awe.
Yeah, I mean, just for okay, taking one bump through plate glass. Okay, them not cleaning the ring and then taking all the rest of the bumps for the rest of the match. Oh my god.
And then a barbed wire spot, and then even more plate glass.
It was,
dude,
yeah.
If Dante Fox wasn't money before, he's fucking money now.
Yeah, oh my god. And that's only night 1 of Ultima Lucha Tres.
Yeah. We only got 3 more fucking nights of matches to go. Oh my god, dude, we have a ladder match. We have a triple threat match.
We got a steel cage match, dude.
Oh.
Plus we got mask versus hair. Plus we got freaking title for career.
Lucha de Apuestas match, man.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Lucha de Apuesta matches. It was also kind of weird seeing Dr. Wagner show up knowing he got demasked a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Still, though, it's awesome to see Dr. Wagner wrestle anytime, isn't it?
Yeah, and now freaking Tejano is a client of Famous B.
Now there needs to be season 4 just to see where this fucking shit show goes.
Exactly. Dude, did I tell you what happened on... well, I didn't watch Impact this past week, but the previous week?
No, because we usually avoid talking about
I know, but Pagano showed up a couple weeks back. He's a clown character from a luchador from Mexico, and all of a sudden, previous week, he's in a match, and out of nowhere comes out fucking Tejano. So Tejano's on Impact now. I'm like, wow. That's so we got Johnny Impact now. We got Pagano coming over from Mexico. We got Tejano coming over from Mexico. I'm like, damn. Plus we got the CMLL Crash guys, the freaking the freaking other Japanese wrestlers have been coming over as well. So
we got Drago and Hijo del Fantasma.
Yeah,
and also otherwise known as King Cuerno.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. We're getting a lot of people in there. So Lucha Libre is invading Impact as well. So, but
yeah, but that makes me worried about more for Lucha Underground now.
Seriously, dude, they got to crowdfund. If they crowdfund, they'll make enough money. I really truly believe that.
Well, I think the only thing that there's an issue right now is just budget.
Yeah.
Like if they can figure out the budget, season 4 will be greenlit.
Yeah, I honestly, if they were to post something,
Lucha Underground's not a wrestling company. Lucha Underground's a television studio running a wrestling show.
With, I mean, people who have been in the wrestling business, thank God. I mean, London and Chavo Guerrero Jr. I mean, are some of the main.
Oh no, they're trying to run it like a legit program where it's actual wrestling that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's still being run like a television show too.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that they'll figure it out and make it work, because I mean honestly it's the best fucking program, wrestling program on television right now.
It is.
So here's crossing fingers, but I'm glad you're all caught up now, man.
Yeah, so am I.
It's been pretty cool, and we finally get to see the match with Sexy Star against Taya. We get to see the match coming up with Ivelisse and Katrina as well.
I also got Ivelisse existed for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I
really can't wait for that ladder match between Havoc and Pentagon.
That's gonna be fun.
I really want Slim Havoc to fucking win. He needs that push.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun to see that, and even to a point where, could you imagine that? I don't know how they're gonna pull it off if Johnny Mundo beats Puma and Puma has to leave. I don't know if they would do that or not, but if something happens where, I wish they could do it like Money in the Bank, but with the Gift of the Gods title, but they usually always say you gotta give notice.
Well, that's the thing. What if he wins the title technically the week before?
Yeah.
Remember, it's 4 nights.
Yeah, that's why I'm like sitting there thinking, if he wins it, then he says, hey, I don't care, whoever wins that title, I'm facing them immediately afterwards.
Not even. He'll be added to the match. He said he'd add himself to the match, remember?
Yeah. you lose your beard and mask if you lose. If it's Son of Havoc.
I don't know if I want to see a clean-shaven Matt Cross these days.
Oh, man.
I can't believe how nothing he is visually, right? Yet how over he fucking is as a character.
I don't know. I find
He's wearing half a gimp mask.
I find it funny, man, that how many people from Tough Enough have been on Lucha Underground. It's funny, even dude, Eric Watts, the big old the black dude with the afro, he's been part of security on Lucha Underground now. He's not wrestled on Lucha Underground, but you've seen him as security. So it's him. You got Matt Cross. You got Ivelisse. You got freaking Donny Osmond, freaking Marty the Moth.
I still can't believe how good he's become.
Dude, yeah.
I know. Like, when he first debuted, I'm like, this dude is just gonna suck. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Where was this guy? Yeah.
And then him and Killshot earlier this year.
Yeah, that ladder match.
No, dude, that everything in the military match. Remember, he got busted open with the butt of a gun, a machine gun.
No, yeah, well, yeah, that ladder spot is what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty and the Moth has had some of the great shit going on, man.
Oh, hey, did you happen to hear about the cease and desist orders now on the Bucks?
For what?
Okay, so a couple weeks back now, it was the suck it, the suck it gesture. And now, just this past week, Vince gave him a cease and desist for the too sweet. So what? Yeah, well, and this week it was hilarious because on Monday night they were in L.A. after the No Mercy pay-per-view. They stayed in L.A. Well, the Bucks and the rest of the Bullet Club had an autograph signing in Los Angeles, so they did their own little fake staged invasion of Raw. And they literally went down there and had a mass of people come down, and it was pretty cool looking seeing all the people with Bullet Club gear trying to invade Raw with Cody and the Bucks and Skrull, and yeah, it was pretty funny. But what the Bucks did in response was fucking classic. They put out a new shirt that actually says cease and desist. And it says S star 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 T exclamation point, and it has them doing the too sweet with the censor bar going across it. They legit made a t-shirt off of it, and it's fucking cool.
Oh, they're probably gonna sell a shitload of those.
Oh my god, dude. I was like, dude, that's hella smart. And part of me is wondering if maybe Vince hasn't signed them already. Because he's paying an awful lot of attention to the Bucks all of a sudden.
That could be a possibility.
Seriously, all of a sudden, out of nowhere in the last month, Vince McMahon has been paying a lot of attention to the Young Bucks. When the Bucks have been basically doing this thing as part of the suck it thing they've been doing for a while, but then they joined the Bullet Club and they started doing the too sweet thing more. And it's been going on for, I mean, how long now? At least a couple of years. Or longer than that, because AJ and Devitt
are way too fucking long.
Yeah. So I mean, why didn't they sue or cease and desist from beforehand? Well, they grabbed Devitt, and now he's Finn Balor. They grabbed AJ. They grabbed the club guys, the Good Brothers. Freaking Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah, but they didn't grab, Marty Skrull, which would be a fucking grab and a half.
That would be awesome.
They lost Cody Rhodes. They don't have Kenny Omega.
No.
Because, God, imagine if they signed the Bullet Club minus Cody.
Yeah. Shoot, this past week on NXT, I don't know if you caught that, the in-ring debut of Adam Cole, baby.
You know I fucking watched that.
I thought that was great, dude. Especially the whole mix-up and mess around and, yeah, with Sanity.
You'll just get more Sanity, though. I never tire of Sanity.
That's just gonna be fun. Oh, and apparently, I haven't seen the footage yet, but apparently at a live show, some dumbass decided to jump in the ring during a Kyle O'Reilly match and got a prompt kick to the face. So I want to see the footage of it. I haven't seen the footage yet.
Oh, that's going to be classic. You know who's been wrestling over the weekend too is Leo Rush.
Yeah, and the new signee Donovan Dijak made his NXT debut on a house show.
Yeah, I'm very happy about some of these people that are getting picked up. Although I don't know what Leo Rush is going to do. Yeah,
supposedly Leo Rush is already on Triple H's shit list, from what I hear, from what I've read. I don't know what he's done, but It's probably just honestly, my hunch is it's probably attitude. And because after I have a feeling after the spot of him taking that power bomb off the ladder through a table and not selling it, right, like literally the week before he came in, I think that rubbed some people the wrong way. I personally didn't like it. I don't like people no sell, like especially a spot like that. I can get it, like Braun Strowman no selling a suplex from Lesnar, but eventually it wore him down. A freaking table spot, dude. Like, you get thrown through a table, you should be down for close to the count. So, whatever. Oh, did you see the what they're gonna do then for the women's title on NXT?
They're doing a 5-way, aren't they?
At least a 4-way. I don't know if it's a 5-way, but the first.
No, Kairi Sane's going to be in it.
Yeah, first entry is Kairi Sane. It looked like
the tournament of matches.
Yeah, well, kind of. They're doing qualifiers, and I don't know if the Liv Morgan match was one of them. Which, if that's
no, they said they're going to start it next week.
Okay, I was going to say, if that's the fucking case, god damn it, I can't believe they put Liv Morgan right into a match like that, because I don't think she's even close to being ready.
She beat Vanessa Borne?
Yeah, but still, I don't like Liv Morgan. I don't know.
I don't remember. I honestly thought Vanessa Borne won that match.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have a feeling Dakota Kai might get thrown into it, though.
Maybe. I mean, I feel
like they're already going to push her. They gave her a promo. I feel like she's just going to be like that plucky upstart that everyone going to want to see.
Yeah, I mean, Ember Moon's got to be in it. I have a feeling they're going to put Peyton in it. And I'm debating, because I don't know what it is. I have this strange feeling like they're not going to give Nikki Cross her due. I have this strange feeling that they're not going to put her in.
She doesn't need it, though.
I know she doesn't, but I want to see her get that belt.
Honestly, I'd rather see Nikki Cross just come straight up. I don't think Sanity needs to be there too long. I could easily see Sanity coming to either Raw or SmackDown by the end of the year. I mean, look at the talent that they have. They have Eric Young, they have Nikki Cross, they have
Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf.
Wolf might be the weakest link of that group, and he is not a weak link at all.
Yeah.
I mean, just the advancements he's made in the last 6 months, and he wasn't like a bad wrestler to begin with. He was always interesting. He just wore lederhosen. Yeah. Which was ridiculous.
He's a little weird.
He was. Now he just moshes in the middle of the ring and just like, I want to hear his soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I'm down.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they make it up to the main roster soon enough. Especially,
they don't need to be down there. They have the tag titles. Once they drop the tag titles to Red Dragon, which they might have just fucking called them Red Dragon because that's what the crowd was chanting.
Yeah, what are they calling them now? I don't even know what the fucking tame name is.
They actually haven't really come up with a name for them yet.
Yeah, they came out with a T-shirt already.
Seriously?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it on WWE Shop. Yeah, they did come up with a team name already, and it's like the Undisputed Era or something like that. Undisputed, I think, is the name of the group, that faction, I think.
Well, they did mention, Undisputed, but it didn't mean that they were,
Yeah, no, they're calling the Undisputed Era Shock the System T-shirt. Is what came out here. Let me.
Oh, maybe they're just saying this is Undisputed Era. Maybe they're undisputed.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah. There you go. And again, shock the system.
To shock the system.
Yeah, again, Future Shock makes sense.
Yes, although honestly, they can still be called Red Dragon as their subgroup.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The way they spelled it in the Indies and the way they can spell it in the E are completely different.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, man. I'm, there.
I can't see Adam Cole or, Red Dragon staying down there long either. That would be ridiculous. What, a year max?
Yeah, I don't. Hell, you could probably bring those. There's so many, like, it's a hard.
Bobby Roode only spent a year in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where Bobby Roode should have gone straight to the main roster, in my opinion. But that's.
Well, I agree. He should have pulled a AJ Styles. I think his time in NXT was very important for establishing what glorious really is.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get that. For me, it's the whole Red Dragon, Adam Cole, Sanity thing. I mean, Sanity's been there now for approximately a year as a gimmick. Yeah, I say that you can bring them up. Could you imagine if, like, all of a sudden, just, I don't know, freaking music hits randomly during the Rumble and they come, like, Shield style out of the crowd and just beat the shit out of everybody in the Rumble?
I'd be down for that.
And then, yeah, so whoever, and yeah, that'd be kind of fun to see. Something like that. Or, but yeah, I can see them being here by the end of January. I can see Cole and Fish and O'Reilly, even if they wanted to do it, they could maybe do it by Mania, if not by SummerSlam of next year.
Yeah, I don't expect them to stay down there far too long.
Yeah, it just I just don't. I feel bad for a lot of the homegrown guys. The WWE, it seems like at NXT they do well, and then they bring them up to the main roster, and then they just flounder. Like ever since we talked about this before with Baron Corbin. Ever since the cash in, we thought, oh, cool, maybe we'll see a more aggressive side of Corbin, and we kind of saw that for a week, and now it's like, okay, oh my god, dude, like he's struggling with Ty Dillinger.
Nothing against Ty Dillinger, though, right?
Whatever. I like Ty Dillinger. I want to see Baron Corbin be the monster that I know he is.
He's a pretty big dude that moves really well.
Yeah. It bothers me that he's kind of getting the shaft. Ty Dillinger's been around forever, basically, as so many different gimmick names over the years. Hi, Stan. I just super kick Stan. I love Stan.
I want to kick Stan.
So, but I feel bad for the guys that they have hometown guys, homegrown talent that really weren't much of anything on the indies, that like they've been in WWE for so long, and then they get freaking nothing once they get to the main roster. I mean, I know the Ascension, some of them started out as indie guys, and then they brought in, and then they basically have been in WWE for so long that you really can't remember their indie career too much.
Yeah, I remember. Apparently, I saw Victor back in like 06.
Yeah, and now, I mean, where are they? They're probably wrestling live events, and that's it. We never see them on TV.
Hey, at least they get a job.
Well, I get it, but it's like, it just bothers me. It's like that they have all these guys that are good talents with good gimmicks. At least I feel like the Ascension is a worthwhile gimmick, but then you got like the freaking,
yeah. But then they came up and they changed the gimmick, and that was the problem.
Yeah, it's almost like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing when it comes from NXT to the main roster.
Well, the right hand is being run by fucking Vince McMahon.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Can we go back to something positive and talk about how awesome The Miz is?
Oh my god, yes. Dude, especially...
That shit between him and Roman Reigns on Monday was great.
And the whole, yeah, when I was watching Raw, I'm like, oh my god, like, they're like, the whole deal of like, okay, they're doing the Shield thing. Are Dean and Seth gonna come out now? Like, no, they can't come out now. They gotta stretch this out for at least another week. I was like, damn, dude. Yeah, no, Miz is fucking awesome. Like,
The Miz Taraj has been great at revitalizing both Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we talked about it. There was, the 5 most underrated wrestlers in WWE right now. One of them was Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm like, wait. This is bullshit. We've never seen anything from him.
Yeah, no, I saw a...
fuck, man. Put him in a suit and give him someone to give him orders. Holy shit.
Yeah, I saw a Reddit post that somebody, like, revived from, like, I think it was, like, 2010. Something like that, 2009 or 2010 or something like that. And it was said, like, it was one of the WWE subreddit things, and it said something about gimmicks you would like to see. And someone actually legitimately put, give Miz two lackeys to be like his gophers. And I'm like, holy shit, the guy called the Miz Taraj 7 years ago. That's pretty goddamn cool.
Don't forget, me and Tomas called the Miz headlining main eventing WrestleMania years before it happened.
Yeah. I mean, honestly...
I don't believe that would happen but us.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I at the very beginning, I cheered for the Miz. Over the course of time, I liked picking against the Miz only because it was to be different a lot, and I just got sick of freaking seeing him winning on pay-per-view every single fucking
time I picked him, and you didn't. And when you got it wrong, I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, again, don't get me wrong. I think the Miz has come a long way since the very beginning, having to dress in the fucking hallways and broom closets and shit because he got kicked out of the locker room.
And now he's one of the veterans that runs the locker room.
And he has been fire on his promos on Enzo and then Roman. So, I mean...
Let's just be honest. The last year and a half for The Miz has been the best of his career.
Yeah, and it's one of those...
Smack alone.
Yeah, oh god.
Smack alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can say now with certainty, surefire Hall of Famer now.
I still think that he can run with the main title again, easily.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know people can be like, oh, he's making the IC title worthless, but he defends it. And when he doesn't defend it, he makes a big stink about not defending it.
Mm-hmm.
Making it seem like, I'm a fucking champion, why am I not defending this fucking title? On a pay-per-view! Are you stupid? That's how you're supposed to be a champ, you know? It's like, nah, I'll take the day off. I'm cool. He's like, no, I'm a champ. And he's a smart chicken shit heel, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not just like, oh, I'm going to run the fuck away. You know, like, he knew he could have kicked Enzo's ass. But Enzo opened his mouth, you know what? Fuck this shit, I don't need this win. Kill the motherfucker.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question, because it stems from how good of a year. Would you put Miz in the running for Superstar of the Year?
I would just talk about WWE right now.
Yeah, that was just WWE. For if they were giving away a Slammy, would he be in the running, you think?
Easily. I don't know if he'd win, though.
Do you want to know who I think would win? And it may sound completely out of left field. Braun Strowman.
It's not really that left field, man.
Considering the fact he hasn't won a major title, usually that is the significant thing for WWE.
Well, let's be honest. He won the feud against Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is being pushed to kill The Undertaker and John Cena's careers.
Yeah.
Okay? But Roman Reigns pretty much lost to Braun Strowman 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah. So...
even when he won, he lost.
Yeah. So, I honestly think Braun Strowman could possibly win Superstar of the Year.
Shit, let's look at some of the... Oh, man.
It's honestly, I mean, the only thing I could say is if they're going to give it away just to piss people off is give it to Lesnar. Because Lesnar has had the belt most of the year.
that's probably who's gonna get it because of that shit. It's gonna be like stupid. Well, let's go by logical fans. Let's get 5. All right, I'm just.
Neville would be up there.
All right, let me get the WWE roster up first.
Okay.
And let's just go with the main roster first. All right, let's start with Raw. From here. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say a person's name. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I say their name, you say yes or no. And most of these I know what they're gonna be, but that's just what we should do. Okay.
Sure.
Apollo Crews.
No.
Big Cass.
No.
Big Show.
No.
Bo Dallas.
He can win something for up and comer, but no.
I would say comeback of the year.
Yeah, possibly him and Axel.
Like if you put him and Axel together,
yeah,
the Miz Taraj could be comeback of the year.
Yeah.
All right, Braun Strowman.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Braun Strowman should be on that list. Bray Wyatt.
No, he had a good start of the year, but yeah, not happening.
It's Bray Wyatt. He has nothing. Brock Lesnar. We have to put him on there just because.
Yeah.
We're not voting for him. Let's just put him on there just because. Cesaro.
Well, personally is one thing, but not necessarily.
Let's talk about really just the years that they had, though. The year that they've had so far. Cesaro's had a good year, but would it be Superstar of the Year?
They win Tag Team of the Year.
I could definitely see Tag Team of the Year. I mean, man, maybe Cesaro will be MVP of the Year.
Yeah.
Because of the work that he's been doing, but Superstar of the Year is different, you know? Kurt Hawkins.
That freaking losing streak is hilarious.
I don't know why I'm enjoying this. I want to hate him. I thought him coming back was the worst fucking idea, but they're trying to make it work. So
That's funny.
We'll go with that. Curtis Axel, again, comeback of the year. Darren Young, pink slip of the year.
Yeah, he's been injured.
Yeah, Dash Wilder.
Nah.
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, he's just floundering in mid
I want to say, yeah, I know, but I'm going to say this right now, and I think you might agree with me. Rookie of the Year, Elias Sampson.
Yes. No fucking doubt.
I don't think anyone really who's had a rookie year compares to what Elias has done in his short time on the main roster.
Seriously, dude, like, I know I've said it before. I can't remember if I've said it on air here. He is like, his whole shtick, from playing music to getting heat to his finishing move, is a fucking revival of the Honky Tonk Man.
Yes, but in all the right ways.
Exactly, dude. It's not cheesy.
And he's a much better wrestler than Honky.
Yeah, exactly.
Finn Balor.
See, ever since the injury, he hasn't been the same.
I think he's been better this year than he has, even in his NXT days. He's still not that fucking good, though. He's good. I mean, I'm not taking away his talent. He's a good fucking wrestler. He's just not special, you know?
Yeah, when he's regular Finn Balor, he's generic creator wrestler.
Goldust? No.
No.
Heath Slater? No. Jason Jordan should have never split him up.
Yeah, it bothers me that they did that.
Jeff Hardy.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm sad he got injured.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Hardys coming back like they were was really impressive, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the broken gimmick again. And
it's coming. You can tell they're pushing towards it.
Yeah. Especially.
Maybe this is what breaks Matt.
Is now, not having Jeff there.
Jeff literally broken breaks Matt. It can work, man, and I think Matt could do a nice singles run with that. Him and The Miz should be fun.
That'd be cool.
If it's broken Matt Hardy against The Miz, that should be some fun shit. There's a guy that doesn't like Matt Hardy as a human being. And I kind of still want to see this. John Cena.
Shockingly, again, for the first time, no.
Easily not this year. Kalisto, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Matt Hardy. The Miz.
The Miz. He's got to be up there.
Dude, honestly, he could win it. I'd put him over Braun Strowman just a little because Braun's the same thing in every match. The Miz has such range with his character.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why, for me, Miz has been Superstar of the Year so far, even though he's just been in the mid-card the whole fucking time. Let's go with R-Truth. Yeah. Rhino. Roman Reigns. Honestly, you have to put him on the list.
Yeah, they'll put him on there.
You have to, though.
He's been.
I mean, look at the way he's been booked this year.
Yeah, he's been basically a main event guy the whole time up until these last couple of weeks.
And he's been wrestling pretty decent matches.
Yeah, you can't deny his talent. As much as I don't want to cheer for him.
Exactly. I hate cheering for him. I don't want to. I want to see him lose so fucking often. But the man's been having decent matches. I don't like the way he wrestles, and I find him as in general boring. But a lot of the matches he's been in, I've enjoyed watching. I can't deny that. Samoa Joe.
It's unfortunate he got hurt.
Yeah, I think honestly, if he didn't get hurt, he could have been contender because the man was running roughshod on Raw.
Well, the whole Roman Cena feud was supposed to be Joe Cena.
Oh, that would be so much better.
Yeah, that's what they were aiming towards. But with him,
I hope Cena doesn't retire until we get that feud.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott Dawson, Seth Rollins fell way off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Sheamus again, tag team of the year.
Yeah.
With Cesaro, holy crap, and Titus O'Neil.
How about
honestly,
can we say
out of the cruiserweights, the only one that we can mention is Neville, and Neville could easily be put on that list.
Exactly. Yeah. No, with Titus O'Neil, can we give him an honorable mention for like reinventing your career?
Easily, he could be on part of comeback of the year.
Dude, I like the whole him as a manager thing, and it
shouldn't work because he's like bigger than all his wrestlers.
But yeah. But he's
legitimately a guy we know can wrestle.
And he's so over the top. It's hilarious, and I like it because.
That's the best part. First of all, a guy who started off, if you're going to win. No, if you're going to fight, make it a fight. If you're going to win, cricket, make it a win.
Yeah, dude, he was bad.
What the fuck, man? I'm surprised he didn't get shit canned from that.
Yeah, no, he was bad, but he's proven himself, and in all honesty, if he can somehow get Apollo Crews to like freaking get that shit-eating grin off his face all the damn time.
Honestly, the shit-eating grin isn't a bad thing for him overall. It's just he has no fucking gimmick, really.
Yeah.
They're trying to with Titus, and I like the fact that Titus is being the mouthpiece for him. That's a good thing.
And Tozawa.
That's a start in the right direction. Thing is, Elias Sampson's getting the push over him right now.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. Samson's a much better wrestler and a much more entertaining character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god, I can't believe those words came out of my mouth.
Corey Graves hates you right now.
I hate me a little right now. Honestly, the best thing Elias Sampson did in NXT was literally the last thing he did as El Vagabundo.
I forgot about that. He comes out with a mask. That's right.
That was the best thing he did, and it was the last thing he did until before he came to Raw. And I don't know, but something about him coming to Raw clicked, man. Like, it clicked with who he was. All right, now SmackDown.
Well, hey, real quick, just because I want to bring it up, I know they normally, now that everybody is all one thing and there's not superstars and divas, Alexa Bliss should be in this list.
Okay, I will not argue that.
Yeah, I think that. And then for, I guess, if you want to say it like up-and-comer of the year or whatnot, Nia Jax has to be on that list.
Rookie of the year, Nia Jax, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I would definitely give Nia Jax Rookie of the Year. Contention for Rookie of the Year.
So, but yeah, Alexa has to be in the Superstar of the Year category if they're going to bleed them all together like that and call them all superstars. So.
I cannot argue that. She has come so far. All right, now we're moving on to the male wrestlers of SmackDown. Aiden English.
That's one that I think you could maybe give him a possibility nod for comeback because as soon as Gotch. Dude, Gotch leaving and him being floundering, he's funny to me. I think
though Aiden English should stick with Rusev.
Okay.
I think if they keep them a group, they do fine together. English is like Rusev's personal, national anthem singer when Rusev comes out, like they did with the ceremony that they did on SmackDown. Yeah. I could see that sticking around and being a thing. I'd be fine with that because 1, Aiden English did some work. 2, Rusev gets a push. 3, they can work together to beat people's ass.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Baron Corbin, unfortunately, he's fallen off.
Yeah.
Although I want to point out, one of my 4th graders was wearing a Baron Corbin shirt last week.
Sick.
I was like, he's like, it's a wolf. It's a lone wolf. Nice shirt. You like it? Like, Baron Corbin, man, nice shirt. He's like, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I try to acknowledge any kid I see with a wrestling shirt at the high school.
Yeah. AJ Styles. Duh.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, you can include him in the possibility of it because he has been up there.
Honestly, last year was a better year for him.
Yeah, but you could probably.
He's still putting on some amazing matches this year, so I can see that being a possibility. Plus, we don't know what's going to happen towards the end of the year.
True.
Maybe him and Nakamura will finally feud.
That would be fun.
Bobby Roode.
Not yet.
No. Honestly, strange as this is to say, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's so weird to see that. Yeah, and again, I'm hoping that Dolph Ziggler will do well enough to put him over.
Dude, I don't think he has to worry.
So.
Honestly, Bobby Roode giving Dolph Ziggler a glorious beatdown is something I can't wait for in a week and a half. Oh, we should talk about that for a moment after this and then call it night.
Okay.
Just the current, if he gets the current Hell in a Cell card up.
Sure.
After we do this little list, we'll talk about that.
Sounds good to me.
After Bobby Roode is Chad Gable, no, but there's potential there. Gable's a rising star, man. Chris Jericho, no. Dolph Ziggler, Pink List of the Year. Epico.
They're still officially on the roster?
Yeah. Eric Rowan. Look, John Cena even said, look, the way we have wrestling now, we can't fire people these days. We need as much talent as possible for all the hours we need to fill.
Whatever.
You know? Like, you remember, he was talking about this on Eddie Christian's podcast. And it's like, you remember, like, after WrestleMania and after, summer, we clean house. We don't do that anymore. And it's true, the last 3 or 4 years, they haven't fired anyone.
That is true.
So they're keeping talent. I guess if these people really wanted to make a name for themselves, they need to take the initiative. John Cena even said they need to take the initiative. He almost got fired if it wasn't for the rapping gimmick. And that shit was a fluke, He was given the golden apple when he debuted, right?
Yep.
And he didn't go with it. And he even said, I fucked up. I was actually, if you get a chance to listen to his interview on the Edge and Christian podcast, it's actually a really good one.
I will have to go find that.
Cena doesn't normally do shit like that. Now, he's just shooting the shit with his friends, but he's shooting the shit with his friends about pro wrestling. So I think you should listen to the interviews in the podcast anyway. I've listened to Samoa Joe's. I listened to several, and they're really interesting because they talk wrestling, man.
All right, I'll have to give that a listen.
I skip all the other fluff and shit, and I just go straight to the interviews, and it's worth it, though. They're really worth it. And they have, like, Tommy Dreamer on once a month to talk about the indies.
Nice.
Because I don't know how they became close friends, but goddamn, they're really close friends.
That's pretty good.
And again, it seems like Tommy Dreamer likes everyone, and everyone likes Tommy. All right, Eric Rowan.
He disappeared.
Fandango.
I gotta say, that fucking gimmick with the Fashion Police is fucking great.
I would say this: come back in the year with them. Put them in that list.
Yeah, I could say that.
And put them in contender for Tag Team of the Year.
Sure.
Just because of the story that they've done. What are you eating?
Jelly bellies.
That's not fair, man. I got nothing.
You usually are eating during the show, so I decided to eat.
No, I'm not. I eat before the show.
All right,
The only time to eat during the show is when you're too impatient to wait for me to finish.
All right, I'll stop.
So rude. James Ellsworth. Okay, now, what if we threw a tag team because Jimmy and Jey Uso?
Ooh, that would be fun.
As one unit in this little thing, because them and the New Day have been fucking killing it this year.
Yeah. Damn, that's a hard one now, because, yeah, if you're going to do Superstar of the Year, oh, man, that's tough.
Can you do a tag team as one consecutive superstar?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be unprecedented.
Right? That hurts your brain. That hurts your brain, baby.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good, you deserve that.
Okay.
Jinder Mahal.
Yes, you have to.
He's come a long way, man. Or at least, oh god, what was it? Comeback of the year.
Yeah, well, if they don't give him Superstar of the Year, I could see that for Comeback of the Year.
Kane still has a job?
Officially, I guess.
They don't fire anyone.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think Kane would ever lose a job anyway. Just like, hey, Kane, you good? Yeah. All right. Have a good weekend.
That's funny. That's one of the guy hey, we what was that in Office Space? We fired him a long time ago. He just keeps coming back. Wait, nobody's got the guts to actually go up to him because they're afraid he's gonna kill us.
Kevin Owens.
He can be up there, maybe.
Not this year. Last year, maybe. This year, no.
Oh, with the storyline going on right now, it's pretty epic for him. So.
Yeah, but he's always had some really good storylines. That doesn't change the fact that this year's still been lackluster.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, and the New Day as a whole.
If we talk about the New Day as a whole, definitely. Singular, not really. Connor. Yeah. Luke Harper still apparently has a job.
Disappeared.
Mike Kanellis. I almost skipped right over him.
Well,
I wonder why.
Yeah. Mike Kanellis is in rehab right now.
What?
Yeah, that's why he hasn't been on TV. He's in recovery rehab, the WWE rehab.
For what?
Pain pill addiction, I think.
Is that why he bloated up like he did?
I'm guessing maybe because they've only been on TV. They were only on TV 4 times, and yeah, I heard something about him being in their rehab program.
Wow, that's who you hired, guys. Good job. Mojo Rawley.
No.
Yeah, I know, right? Primo Cologne.
Oh God.
Randy Orton. No.
Yeah, probably not.
Rusev.
Yeah, he said sadly.
Sami Zayn.
How about can we give him an award that just for not being dead? Sami Zayn, then I'm not dead yet award. Dude, he takes so many.
Kevin Owens hasn't got his hands on him yet. Okay.
Dude,
again.
He takes so many bumps that look like are gonna kill him, and he's still walking.
He's gonna retire at 35.
He's still walking somehow.
I don't know what the fuck he's got going, but he's not gonna have much time left in his career. They need to give him a title. They need to give it to him now before he literally explodes in the ring.
Yeah.
Pop like a sit. Samir Singh.
Yeah, no thanks.
Shelton Benjamin.
He hasn't really had enough time at all.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I would still say no.
I wouldn't even say Rookie of the Year.
No, I wouldn't.
Sin Cara.
Yeah, no.
Sunil Singh.
No.
Obviously the better of the two Singhs.
Kudos to those guys, though, for those bumps that Randy Orton put them through.
Oh my god, they've earned their spot. Okay?
Yeah, they can be nominated.
If this storyline ends, these two guys need to keep their job just because they're like, little Indian Enzo Amores.
Yeah, they can be nominated for that Sami Zayn "I'm Not Dead Yet" award.
So can Enzo.
Yeah, exactly.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Tyler Breeze, again, comeback of the year, tag team of the year.
Yeah.
Victor, Xavier Woods, and Zack Ryder.
Yeah, so it basically sounds like we have Jinder, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, and The Miz as our 4 nominees.
Those are our 4 main nominees.
Yeah. And Alexa Bliss.
I'm honestly leaning towards putting Jimmy and Jey Uso in that too.
Or Alexa Bliss. So.
Dude, you can have all 10. Shit, the Oscars have more people in it now.
Yeah, the women on SmackDown are not anywhere near, personally.
Charlotte.
Well, but Charlotte hasn't had a good year, though, officially.
No, this year's been an off year for Charlotte. If we were talking last year, Charlotte could have won.
Yeah. So there's that. So, and I have the Hell in a Cell matches as of right now, according to the Almighty Wiki.
Alright.
So
let's talk about how interesting this card looks so far.
Looks like it's going to be Randy Orton and Rusev.
Let's hope Rusev actually gets the push on this one.
Yeah.
Because Randy doesn't need any of the wins at all.
Yeah. We got the glorious Bobby Roode against the poser Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, let's be honest. We know Dolph ain't going to win. This is just going to be a really entertaining match. And I want the glorious one to pretty much beat the ever-living fuck out of the Ziggler one.
Yeah. U.S. title, Styles defending against Corbin. That should be fun.
Yeah, dude, Corbin can wrestle.
I hope he takes it from him. I hope it's one, even if it's shenanigans. I hope Corbin takes that one.
You know what? I'm gonna go with you on this one.
Yeah, I kind of hope Corbin wins the belt.
AJ doesn't need the title. Corbin needs the title. Yeah, let's see if Corbin can win it and run with it. Let's go with
that. We
got
Natalya defending the women's title against Charlotte Flair.
I want Natalya to win.
Yeah, Charlotte doesn't need the belt. I think Natalya could run with it and be the top heel for a while. Plus, then you always got the threat of Carmella cashing in. So,
until Mercedes Martinez finally debuts.
Oh God, I would love that.
Dude, I'm telling you, she would be the top heel instantly. You saw the way she carried herself in the tournament?
Mm-hmm.
She's ready to go straight to the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they should take 1 or 2 of those women and just send them straight to the main roster. None of this, send them to the NXT shit. Most of them don't need it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. New Day defending against the Usos, which they're going to, honestly, my hunch is they're going to keep flipping it back and forth with these two teams.
You missed a portion of that match.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's the important thing right now. Okay? The last 2 pay-per-view matches these two teams had tore down the fucking house. They were matches of the night and match of the year candidates. I want to see what they do in the Hell in a Cell so bad. The Usos going heel the last 6 months, 8 months, whatever, has been the best character development outside of characters like The Miz and Braun.
We shall see what happens with that one.
I want it so I don't care if they play hopscotch with the titles, man. This is one of the few times hot-shotting the titles to each other don't bother me.
Okay.
This is one of the few times hot potato actually works, although that should be happening with the Cruiserweight title, too. We should have had like 47 champions by now.
Yeah. Shane O'Mac taking on KO in a Hell in a Cell.
Right now, this is the first match, as you said, that I actually don't like the idea of.
I just, for me, it's almost like they're trying to resurrect the McMahon-Austin feud. Like, that's what this kind of feels like to me. I mean, it's I don't know. It feels more forced than it should, but I love the.
That's because Shane McMahon cannot play a decent heel.
Yeah, but I love the freaking KO headbutt spot a couple weeks back now.
Oh no, Vince McMahon took a hell of a beating, and I'll give him credit for that. That was a hell of an ass whooping he took, and it looked good.
Yeah, but Shane is not Vince. Shane is willing to go above and beyond when it comes to doing a bump, but he's not Vince's character.
But Kevin Owens is trying his goddamn best with this. You have to admit.
Yeah. And the main.
And let's be honest, this is the Kevin Owens we were looking for since he came over to SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. Main.
Before this, he was very boring, wasn't he?
He had his moments, yeah, especially with the U.S. The Face of America thing. So.
That was so bad.
Main event: Jinder Mahal defending against Shinsuke Nakamura, and this is a regular match. No sell.
Well, yeah, you already got your 2 Hell in Cells, which are more grudge matches than anything else.
Yeah, so I think this is where Jinder loses it. I really do. Which
it kind of has to happen.
Yeah, which I mean, I am a Nakamura mark, but I can admit that Nakamura just for some reason he's just not in ring style is just not adjusting well. At least on the main roster, because NXT's more indie style, which he can get away with there in NXT. But I mean, you can't do that with the main roster.
I think they could if they just let him. It's just they need to change the way fucking wrestling is done a little.
Yeah, at least on the main, yeah. So I think it's one of those things where, like I said, I love Nakamura. I've been a fan of Nakamura back in New Japan, but yeah, I don't think they've been doing him right on the main roster.
No, they have not, and unfortunately, him and the Jinder feud have been pretty shitty. But there's still some good things going on, like the glorious Bobby Roode.
Which, if that's the case, and Nakamura wins the belt from Mahal, next pay-per-view defends it from the rematch clause, then Bobby Roode's the next feud for Nakamura.
No, I think
or AJ. One of the two.
Gotta be AJ, especially if AJ drops the US title.
I can see that. Maybe Bobby Roode.
One more reason to have him go now.
Well, maybe Roode can feud with Corbin then.
I'd be fine with that. I think we haven't really seen that, have we?
No.
Corbin was already up by the time Roode came in.
So that's a possibility. This just keeps Bobby Roode in the fucking babyface position, though.
Oops.
No, considering Elliott came in as such a heel. Oh well. Shit happens. So, well, I'm sure they'll change some things up, or things will be added. At least one more will be added for a pre-show match or something. So, we'll figure it all out coming up. We got one more week. It's a week from now today for you. So, all right. On that.
Yeah, and I probably won't be able to watch it because I got a Comic-Con that day.
Oh, cool. That should be fun.
Yeah, and expensive.
Yeah.
That's probably when all the dealers start selling shit for deep discounts.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, then. Well, we're going to call it a night because I know it's super late for Scott, and I'm starting to get tired, and I may have to wake up early tomorrow, so. But,
I have to wake up, well, if I go to bed now, I can actually get more than enough sleep. I probably get 9 hours if I wake up when I wake up.
Nice. Well, if you're on the YouTube page right now as you're listening to us, hit the subscribe button so you get all the updates from us. Go over to Instagram, Gorillabud Radio, Scott NDX, D Korea 247. That's our stuff over there on Instagram. Shout out again to horrorsonline.proboards.com. We are about to start the 31 Nights of Halloween. If you would like to join us in our movie marathons for the next couple of months, yeah, you should join us. It's awesome. I'm going to be watching the Saw series of movies since like all of them are on Hulu. So I think that's awesome. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm not a huge horror fan, but I will find stuff to watch. I will manage. So I'm just a chicken shit. I just gotta leave the light on.
That's okay.
So, all right. Anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I think
He's speechless, ladies and gentlemen. For once in his life. All right. For Scott NDX, I am Daniel Correa. Thank you for listening to Gorilla Blood Radio. And again, if you're going to drink and drive, drink milk and stay alive. All right. Bye.